The issue of anime fans calling a show fallen off is getting out of hand. It's almost like the worst thing that can happen to an anime is that it blows up, has a big episode, everyone talks about it, and then when they've dropped the next season, if it's not the biggest thing since Attack on Titan, everyone's gonna claim it's fallen off. And no anime fan wants to watch something that fell off, and anime fans will defend the fact that their anime hasn't fallen off, like Pokemon defending her cookies. People defend anime like they get money off of it, but sometimes claims are just that obscene. We saw people claim that Demon Slayer, yes, that Demon Slayer, yeah, the one with the swords and the demons, that shit fell off. Like, huh? Or people saying Vinland Saga fell off. Like, dog, that's the next arc. What do you want them to do? Or Oshi no Ko. Okay. Maybe that one did fall off a bit. But every season when these anime re-up and load up for the next season, there's always a couple stragglers that seem to A, either have fallen off, or B, they just have a slower start and need some time to get going. The biggest indicator of Type B this season was Spy X Family, where the first 5 episodes were pretty weird. And then the cruise arc happened and it was just crazy hype. Like, god damn, is this shit even a kid show anymore? Look at this. Oh my goodness. Some anime in Type A could be Rising Shield Hero, Promised Neverland, Boruto, but in order to fall off, you need to be high enough to begin with. And the anime that has fallen off the worst in 2023 has to be Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers was an anime that was almost impossible to not like, following a 25-year-old getting sent back in time to fix the errors of the past in this Steingate-like way, but being way more lighthearted with a lot of shonen-y action scenes and generally good slice-of-life moments, but for whatever reason, people just stopped watching. Now, it didn't have the most complex narrative, it wasn't trying to be anything too crazy, there was no reason for there to be such a drastic fall-off. When anime fans grow tired of an anime, it's almost like that scene from Toy Story when he drops off all his toys and it's just like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you leaving me alone? The anime is sitting there like, what did I do? And fans just decided that they had a good time with you and it's time to move on. But this seemingly came out of nowhere for Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers season 1 was massively successful with decent animation, a pretty interesting spin on a used concept, an anime that displayed struggle in an interesting way that intertwined both character arcs with larger plot narratives, and yes, there was a lot of, say, leaps you have to take when watching it, like, where are the police? Where are the parents? Honestly, where the fuck are any of the adults? But it's still not an anime that you're supposed to take too seriously, and honestly, Tokyo Revengers was becoming massively popular. From people buying that jacket, I mean, shit, I would wear that jacket too. A sick opening, good music all around, all the things were going right until they weren't. Tokyo Revengers had a large gap in between season 1 and season 2, and in between this time, the manga ended, and that being said, I am an anime only. I know, I'm sorry, I know you have to click off now, but I do know that people absolutely fucking hated the manga ending. I haven't seen this many people unanimously hate a manga ending for a long time. People disliked the Attack on Titan manga ending, but that was a 70-30 split. But this was unlike anything I'd ever seen. I haven't got it spoiled for myself, but I couldn't avoid the shit posts. Like, Jesus Christ, from Reddit to Twitter to Instagram. Honestly, I can't even conceive how bad it can possibly be. Like, does Takemichi just turn into a bird? Does a second villain called Misaki who can travel forward in time come? Like, what could possibly be that bad? But I think this mixed with the fact that season 2 of Tokyo Revengers had a rough start and some changes in a bad way. Now, if you're a loser like me and you're pretty up to date on anime stuff, you might remember when the big piece of dog shit called Disney swung into the world and acquired the rights to several big anime, including Bleach. Now, you may think, oh, it's on Disney Plus. That's pretty simple, like most anime fans also thought, but no. The likes of Bleach and Tokyo Revengers got subjugated to Hulu in the United States, and honestly, with the hiatus due to the pandemic, I feel a lot of people just forgot about it, didn't really care to watch season 2, and even though people watch anime in less than legal ways, I think most people wanted a big splash before seeing it again, a reason to watch it. You see this pretty typically, that people wait for Twitter and Instagram when a new season drops to see if there's anything really worth watching from it. Season 2 didn't do anything like that. Now, season 2, just for what it was good, but not a confident good. Not the type of good you call up your boys and be like, you gotta watch this shit right now, man. The kind of good that's like, yeah, it's not a waste of time. There's moments with Chifuyu coming into focus. The Black Dragons were pretty cold. A ruthless Kisaki, as usual, being manipulative, and Mitsuha being an interesting character. It wasn't a bad watch by any means, especially with Hawkeye and their whole family creating genuinely interesting dynamics and moments. I don't think it was innovative enough to really blow you away. The animation is honestly the same quality. The moments were cool, but really similar to moments from season 1 in terms of structure and setup, and honestly I think it's a representative of a larger issue with Tokyo Revengers and the anime as a whole. For one, in Tokyo Revengers season 1 they introduced a lot of characters, which is fine. It was a 25 episode season, but they continued to just introduce more and more characters in season 2 and 3 that you're kind of just like, wait, like there's enough characters as is, you don't really need to introduce more. But for some people, you might not really care, you might like the more characters, but the bigger issue is the fact that most of the time when an anime is getting adapted, it's kind of like, let's fucking go, this is is going to look so sick. There's so many things you can do that can make this so much better than the manga, and it just excites everyone all around. For example, Friend's Journey, between the color and the setting and just the music, it elevated the anime as a whole. And I don't read JJK, but I can assure you, adding details like this and this and this, that me as a complete bonehead is just like, bro, this has to be more hype than the manga. Spike's family even has this childish vibe and style that they break for fight scenes that genuinely make you feel an emphasis on certain scenes. Tokyo Revengers, on the other hand, just feels like a copy and paste from the manga, and the fight scenes feel goofy and stiff, with moments that should be emphasized feeling no different than the ones before, and without a complex power system or crazy abilities, there's no reason there shouldn't be more detail here. And the anime doesn't have any other way of blowing you away besides the story because of the total lack of effort in making the animation that stellar. The studio Leiden has worked on big projects before, but there really could have been better studios to pick for this. But the thing is though, with all that being said, season 3 has now gone completely under the radar. Tokyo Revengers isn't getting any kind of traction whatsoever, and honestly, it's a shame because this has been my favorite season of the show thus far, where it feels like a real proper climax to the show. And although it starts off the same and you're like, Jesus Christ, is this gonna be the same shit all over again? Then it's just like, nope, definitely not. Season 1 introduced so many characters at once, but over the course of all these episodes, you feel connected to them, seeing them over and over and over. After all these episodes, this connection with them, you feel like you actually understand these characters, and their moments hit a lot harder, from Mikey and Draken being in a bad place to seeing Naoto ready to give it all up. He feels his life put for nothing. Takemichi finally realizes that every season is the same, and he's like, wait, no, what's the point of this? No, but seriously, him seeing himself keep on failing and failing was honestly kind of sad to watch. Hina not caring that he was like 30 was a little weird, but no moment has come close to when Emma gets hit in the head. Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Like, she just got run up on, and Kisaki just did that with absolutely no care in the world. But this is what I mean in terms of enhancing the scene. It feels like it could have been emphasized even more, but the animation really had no difference between that scene and the scenes before. So it's really hard to tell what is a big moment, what is not a big moment. And there's been a lot of massive fights too that have been really bland, and it's a shame because the season on paper should have been so good. I feel like if I was a manga reader, I definitely would have been looking forward to it, but in the end it feels like it was left without the care it deserved. Tokyo Revengers as a whole has a good narrative of Takemichi getting the second chance in life to go and be better and right the wrongs of the past, while throwing in characters that are genuinely interesting, from Mikey to Mitsuha to Chifu to Bachi, and it all makes you feel like you're watching a genuine gang of friends being forced to grow up. So it does a good job of reminding you of the days of the past, while at the same time being extreme, and it treads the line very well, showing the dark reality of what is life, of what growing up can be, the different paths everyone can go on. And although it's painted on this over-exaggerated canvas of gangs in Tokyo, it doesn't change the fact that it's still a narrative that should be connecting with all anime fans. That's really impossible to not like. It's not something that's gonna blow you away, but it's definitely something that fell off, not at the fault of writing, but due to the lack of care and bad circumstance that made the viewers just lose interest. Are you gonna continue watching Tokyo Revengers? I feel it's still good. I feel like it's still worth the watch. If you want to watch a video on something else you should give a watch, check out this one on 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. That was a really weird anime. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.